We're taking a look at Nvidia here on the weekly chart. You can see we placed a doji in here for the week, but this is based off the 108.92 close. So if we kind of go into the 30-minute chart, you can see exactly why we care about that, because that no longer holds up, right? So you had that nice rip in here into our close with this big green candle. And then obviously aftermarket, we are all the way up here at the 112 area now. So all of this charts that we just looked at is based off the 108.92 here on the 30-minute. Now, this is kind of telling us a different story of what's happening after hours. That's because Meta reported earnings. Obviously, they killed it, mentioned AI, boom, Nvidia, AMD followed. Now the whole market's going with it. So that's what's happening after market here from those Meta earnings. And that's why Nvidia and everything is up currently. So where is that going to look like for an open tomorrow? Well, visually, this is what it's going to be. Currently, it's going to be 112, but really 114, about 110 is going to be on the table in here, depending on what happens pre-market tomorrow. So I don't think we're going to dump back down to 108.92. We could, obviously, but it looks pretty strong up here at the moment. So basically 110 to 114, I'll give it about a $2 gap or $2 range tolerance on each side there as far as where we're going to open tomorrow. But you can see we're still kind of in between this major resistance here of 116 and this major support of 102, 103. But support wise, we are going to be above that 110 psychological level. That is going to be key for us in here. If we do open above that, and hold, then that is going to be our major support. And then we don't have to worry about anything until we get to 102, 103. But if we do hold that, our next resistance is going to be the 116. Above that, we're looking at 120. And then above that, it's going to be that 200 SMA up here, which is currently trading at 125. So basically, nice and simple, even though we had that rip in here after market, still chart is still holding up 116, 102, 103, and then we're going to place 110 in there, just psychological level as a nice support for us in here in Nvidia. If we bounce all the way back out to the week again, you can see where all these spots basically still hold up with the doji in here. And the 9-day EMA is currently trading at 111.7. So we could get a nice breach of that tomorrow on open, and then a nice hold that'll make our candle in here even better than what it currently is right now. That'll take out the indecision, and hopefully we can work our way back up to this upper trend line here before we head into earnings, which is going to be in about 4 weeks here, May 28th, after market, right? So that is what we're kind of hoping for in here. We want to get back up to this upper trend line and a nice breach of it before earnings to let everything kind of price in. IV ranking here is right around 30. You have a $5 expected move in here by this Friday, 2 trading sessions from now. Next Friday, $7. Following Friday, which is your May monthlies, $9 expected move. Go all the way out to June. Everybody's pricing in right around $17 expected move again in here. So what we're going to look at on the daily once more, what's our levels? 116, 120, 125, 110 psychological level in there. That is going to be key. And then below that, 102, 103. So we'll see what happens as far as a big gap up and go tomorrow, or a gap up, consolidate, and then come back. That's going to be the question. We'll see what happens in here in NVIDIA. All right, guys, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested. You can find all of our socials in the description below.